And now to the southern border, which is moving from a political battleground to a defense posture. The Trump administration is reportedly considering a military-controlled buffer zone along the U.S.-Mexico border. Now, this could put active duty troops in direct contact with illegal migrants, raising major legal questions. But will this be considered legal, and what will it mean for immigration enforcement? Here's the story with more.
President Donald Trump is deciding to crack down harder on illegal immigration. And this time, he wants the U.S. military to come in guns blazing. His administration is reportedly considering an unprecedented move. So what exactly is the plan? A militarized buffer zone along the U.S.-Mexico border that would give active duty American troops authority to detain illegal migrants. The proposal would reportedly establish a 60-foot deep military-controlled strip stretching from Texas to California. The buffer zone would be located within the Roosevelt Reservation, a federal land designated for border security back in 1907 by then-President Theodore Roosevelt. Typically overseen by the Department of the Interior, pieces of the land have been transferred to the Pentagon before. So what exactly would troops do under this plan? They wouldn't handle deportations, but they would be the first line of defense. Their job would be to detain migrants until Border Patrol or the law enforcement arrives. This is part of Trump's hardline immigration agenda, a signature issue of his re-election campaign. On his first day back in office, he declared a national emergency at the border. His administration then deployed 1,500 additional troops, bringing the total to 4,000 active duty personnel alongside 2,500 reservists.
Since taking office, my administration has launched the most sweeping border and immigration crackdown in American history, and we quickly achieved the lowest numbers of illegal border crossers ever recorded. Thank you.
And now, the military's role at the border is growing. Reports suggest the total number of U.S. troops involved in border security operations is now around 10,000. If implemented, this buffer zone plan would mark a major escalation in the military's role. Until now, soldiers had been barred from most civilian law enforcement missions. Reports also suggest Pentagon officials are scrambling to find legal loopholes. They want to treat the buffer zone like a restricted military base where migrants would be classified as trespassers on federal property. And it's not just on land. The U.S. Navy is also stepping up its role in border security. A second guided missile destroyer is set to patrol waters off the U.S.-Mexico coast following the recent deployment of USS Gravely. This is a clear sign that Trump is militarizing border enforcement like never before. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is defending the move, calling border security a national priority.
The Defense Department has assets that we can bring to bear. Not just troops, not just surveillance, not just equipment, but actual planning and capabilities that enhance what Border Patrol is already doing.
This isn't the first time Trump has sought military involvement at the border. In 2018, he ordered troops to assist Border Patrol agents, but the plan was reportedly never fully executed. So this raises the question, will this new buffer zone actually happen? Border crossings are at a low, but legal challenges are stacking up. Can the Trump administration pull this off, or will the courts shut it down even before it starts?
Do you think that Ukraine is at its weakest position?
This war is not about Ukraine.
Do you believe that your president was insulted? Yes or no question? Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.
Diplomacy will work?
Yes,
Do you
it
think
will.
Russia will give up the territory if there is no ceasefire? Do you propose to keep fighting?
We are ready to resist.
Do you think there will be peace?
Many countries gave us 3 days.
President Trump said you don't have any cards.
We do not have another choices.
How do you keep fighting?
You ask me once again the same question.
Because you've not answered my question.
We have enough capacities to keep fighting.
Good afternoon, Prime Minister Lakshman.
Good afternoon.
Making headlines in India well before you landed here.
New Delhi has raised concerns in the recent past vis-a-vis the Khalistani separatists that operate in New Zealand. How do you propose to address these concerns?
In our democracy, we believe in the freedom of speech.
Organizations like the Al-Qaeda or ISIS were to hold a referendum in New Zealand, something related to one of your Western partners. Would you say the same?
We have very well-defined laws in our democracy.
No specific conversation on Khalistan on this visit.
It was raised with me. I also raised back our position.
Are you willing to be open to these concerns from New Delhi?
As I keep coming back to you to say, we have strong laws in our system.